Hello again, all you Nakama out there. Welcome back to our review of One Piece Chapter 1088, the final lesson. And we now know what that means, and I believe we are all super excited to discuss the implications and such.
Yeah, man.
So let's just do it. After you subscribe, ring that bell, and hit the like button. Let's do it! So where do we start?
So I'm gonna start by just saying, obviously, the beginning parallels the end of this chapter with the lesson about, the two kids on the island, and there's an old geezer. Garp obviously leave that geezer behind. Protect the future. And that is a lesson he taught a long time ago.
Clearly, because it was like baby Kobe.
And that he then fulfills, staying true to his word, as Garp, as Garp does, and letting everyone but himself get away.
Sorry, I'm just still reeling from actually reacting to
Yeah,
that.
I think we're all reeling just a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Garp's been around a long time, man.
Garp's been like one of the toughest people we've known for a long time. And it's just... This is hard, man. This is hard because obviously, also the chapter very much indicates, as much as I'm excited for it to see our crew again, especially because I am so excited to see what the Egghead incident is, but this is feeling so much like Thriller Bark in a sense, where, hear me out, where Luffy's going to be doing some crazy shit on Egghead, and he was doing some crazy shit on Thriller Bark, and it's going to completely overshadow whatever paper comes out that talks about this, and even the chapter already precludes, the Egghead incident's probably going to overshadow Garp's capture, and Luffy's going to miss this, man. I know eventually he'll probably find out about it, but I feel like he's going to miss it for a little bit. Kind of in the same way he missed it about Ace for a time. So, the true scope of what trouble Ace was going to be in.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, I don't like that. I don't want to go through it again, But if it happens...
Oh, him losing another family member?
And obviously this could be a chance for him to actually succeed in saving a family member.
Honestly...
I don't think that's going to be the case, though.
Honestly...
Because it's Garp.
Honestly speaking, I've always said that I think it would be very poetic if Luffy got a chance to save another person close to him in a similar venue. Not so quite, not exactly mirroring it, but this time having the power to prevent what happened last time.
Yeah. I just feel like with the implications of Garp's lesson in this chapter, he almost won't take it when the help comes. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that's the funny thing about that, though.
Can I have a thought?
Go ahead.
Sure, bud.
I think that might actually be the difference, though, Burke. Because he taught this lesson to Kobe, Helmeppo, right?
Okay.
Luffy didn't learn that lesson. Luffy doesn't learn shit.
And Luffy wouldn't care.
Luffy wouldn't give a shit.
Because that'd be the same thing as Ace tried to deny Luffy's help.
That's true.
We're family, bro. I'm coming for you. Doesn't matter what you say. And that's the thing about Luffy is he subverts expectations, or he overrides them with his own. So I don't think Garp and obviously all of this is just if this happens.
Sure.
But if it becomes a situation, Garp doesn't have a choice in the matter. Yeah. He's being saved whether he wants to or not. Now that Luffy has the power. But obviously that's all speculation. Because the truth be told, and we don't even know if he's alive. It says missing in action.
Yeah, declared missing.
Declared missing in action. So I'll take my usual shoddy stance of I don't fucking know.
No.
And the fact that it said missing in action leads me to believe that maybe Aokiji didn't just... Because Aokiji was obviously worried about him in the middle of the fight.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I think Aokiji was seriously fighting for the Blackbeard Pirates, but there was still that old connection.
Can we talk about that look that he gives him at the end? This look.
Oh, that look,
right
yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like he's happy about this.
No, he's not.
Nah, dude. Shiryu's back up. San Juan's back up. Our fucking drunk ass
man.
piece of shit friends here. Like,
Vasco shot. Oh gosh, I just noticed freaking Alvalo's eye up in the top of the panel too. Like everybody is just giving him a stare, and Kuzan doesn't look angry in his like face reveal shot.
Here's the thing, man. Like, I'm not worried about Garp if Aokiji was his only foe.
Yeah.
Cause look at Saul, right?
Yeah.
Saul was frozen however many fucking years ago, and
now he's basically revealed as alive.
And we're almost confirmed that we're gonna meet him again on Elbath, right? So
I never actually looked at that.
So with Aokiji, I'm not worried, but it's the rest of the Blackbeard Pirates and the absence of Blackbeard that I'm like, I don't know what the expectation is by having Garp. Was all of this for Garp? Was all this to get Garp? Was this unexpected? The thing is, I think we've always expected Luffy to try to save Sabo, where he failed to save Ace, right?
Yeah.
I think we always expected, Sabo's gonna get captured somehow, Marines or pirates, whatever, and Luffy's gonna get together, the people to save him.
Yeah.
Never in a million years, I think it could be Garp.
But that'd be such a cool subversion of expectation, because he'd be actually saving a Marine from pirates.
I know! Oda is a genius.
And also, I say it too much, but I also don't say it enough. This is going to look phenomenal.
Yeah.
In the anime.
Yeah.
Like, him just destroying these Pika-sized hands.
Also,
seemingly with ease.
Can we just talk about how shitty of a hand Alvalo gets compared to Pika? Pika can hide in whatever stone he takes part of.
He's just connected to the...
He's connected to it. He's taking this damage to himself. Yeah. He's bleeding, bro. Every time he takes a hit, he's bleeding. Like, that kind of seems shitty. What's the point of this fruit?
Well, I think part of it is the fact... Sorry, Alex, real quick. I think part of it is the fact that most people he fights wouldn't be able to break a fucking island.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is Garp we're dealing with.
This
like,
is Garp
normally...
fucking Kobe.
Normally... Alright, so Kobe
hit me hard this chapter, bro.
Well, now we know what he can actually do. That's a Gear 4 Luffy punch.
Yeah. Go ahead, Alex.
Kobe's come a long way too.
Yeah.
Recently rewatching the anime with a housemate of mine, just it puts into perspective, our two original characters in One Piece are Kobe and Luffy.
Yeah.
And to see one under siege at Egghead with, an admiral on the way, and the other defending Garp from a Yonko, like, they're doing similar shit, man.
Yonko crew.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's just, it's fucking cool to see.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see.
In the same vein, Kobe's, absolute, like, dedication, knowing that he is a weak little dude and he has to do hundreds times more, going above and beyond even Garp's training, which we all know was brutal.
Yeah.
And I will say, on the last chapter, something I failed to mention is I really wanted Kobe to have his own battleship bag, and Oda fucking did it this chapter.
Yep.
Because there was Garp's, there was Aokiji's, but like none of them for the new ones. And here it is, and it just shows like the absolute dedication that Kobe has. Like I which parallels Luffy, who just fights stronger people
and
and
that's
eats.
The thing is, for years, I think we, not specifically you, Brock. I think you and me, Alex, have probably shit on Kobe a lot because it's just like,
of course.
Yeah.
What has he done?
What has he done? And then, like, he was starting to get cool after the time skip, and then like, at the beginning of Reverie, and we started seeing some stuff.
He hasn't been given feats.
And he was already, like, called a hero, and so we never really saw anything specifically. This is like, bruh.
He's He's a hero for the Rocky Port incident. No one knows what that was. No one talks about that other than he got his title.
We have been debating for years if Smoker was going to be Luffy's Garp.
Yeah, sure. We have.
This is the first time where I'm like, no, Kobe's going to be Luffy's Garp. Maybe not in the same way where like he's actively trying to catch Luffy.
For me,
we've just always seen Luffy outclassing Kobe, and I think that's the only like opportunity we've had to see Kobe do anything, and it's always been like under Luffy.
For me, the whole Smoker and Kobe thing, Smoker just never seemed the right generation to be his Garp.
No, exactly.
He's a bit too old, in my opinion, to be the Garp to Luffy's Roger.
And that was always the thing that made me pause on Smoker, because it's also like he hasn't had enough of a presence to be.
But with Kobe, one thing you have to understand too is that he started the series way weaker than Luffy. Mm-hmm. So the amount of
younger too.
Yeah, he was younger too. The amount he jumped by the end of Enies Lobby in Water 7 was Luffy level growth.
So, bro looks like a fucking 8-year-old at the beginning of the show.
5 to 8, yeah.
He's 16.
Yeah.
He's 18 now.
I think I knew that.
Yeah. Which is
crazy, his glow up, man.
And I think that's just to show just how weak he was back then, too. You know?
Also, he deserves, more than a star. I think he deserves at least a crown for this feat.
Oh, he's 500 mil?
Yeah, he's 500 mil for...
That'll probably change after this.
Well, that's Luffy's bounty after... Time skip?
Time skip.
Yeah, well, Dressrosa specifically.
Yeah.
He was 400. Well, actually...
No, I think
Luffy was 500 million at some point, wasn't he?
I'll check it. Go ahead and keep
I think it was after.
But here's my thing, right? If we're assuming that Kobe, based purely on bounty size, is where Luffy was after Dressrosa, that means that Kobe is and it's a tad bit of power scaling, excuse me. I like the power scale just a little bit. That means that Kobe is a potential, match against Doflamingo at this point in the story. Not saying he wins, but he goes blow for blow with Dofi.
If he masters what he did today, he is absolutely a match for Dofi.
So his 500 million was after having fought alongside Law and defeating the Don Quixote Pirates and Don Quixote.
Yeah. So Kobe's up to that point, essentially, in the story. And we haven't seen Kobe since, Luffy got the better of him at Water 7, right? Mm-hmm. We haven't seen them together. So, and I think that meeting is a long ways off again.
Yeah.
But if the mission is Garp, we might not be seeing a fight. We might be seeing a part of the Marines, Sword, who can go off and do whatever the fuck they want if they mess up.
Yeah.
Teaming up with, the Straw Hats to potentially save, someone they both care about.
Yeah.
Which, fuck it, that's so cool.
I'd be down.
No, Brooke! Yo!
It's a good thing he's already dead.
Kobe conquers Haki?
Potential.
I could see
Is it there or no?
On these attacks, no.
I didn't see any black lines.
Armament and observation for sure.
Because my only thing...
Well,
with him dealing damage to Pizarro's, body, it has to be some kind of bigger Haki, no?
Not necessarily.
Because Zoro was cutting pieces of stone off with armament, but... if he's hitting his physical body, doesn't that necessarily mean sea stone or some greater armament level? Which Conqueror's coding could be? No?
Okay, Kobe is confirmed as having armament and observation. Obviously on the observation.
Because that's the thing. If Kobe's going to stand up next to Luffy, I think Conquerors has to be in his future.
Well, we gotta take into account... Garp hasn't been confirmed to have Conquerors.
Okay, but he does.
But what I'm saying is, though, from what we've seen... it looks like this is similar to Robin's Fruit, where when the thing gets hit, he gets hurt as well.
Yeah.
It was with enough force, so it might not necessarily.
So you're saying it's more his Devil Fruit than necessarily Kobe having something extra special.
At least at this point.
Yeah.
But I can't speak to that with certainty.
It's crazy to me that
Garp does have.
Okay, he does. Yeah. Cool.
He's got it, man.
I'm glad he does. I just want to make sure.
I think none of the admirals have been confirmed conquerors. Because we haven't seen a conquerors clash between them. Though you could argue Aki Inu and Whitebeard having their clash.
I will double check the current wiki on that.
I love that all of his moves are galaxy-based, too.
Yeah, it's really cool. Sengoku is apparently the only Marine besides Garp, if I'm looking at this correctly. Yeah. To have Conquerors.
Galaxy Impact versus Kobe's Honesty Impact.
I liked it. It's cute.
Yeah.
The son he never had.
Honestly, I think this is going in that
Or maybe the
same
brands.
direction that I thought was going, where this is going to be like Kobe. This will become Kobe's crew, and he's going to be kind of like that other protagonist within the show, even if the focus.
Kobe will become a sword master, if you will.
So tired of you.
Thank you for at least acknowledging me.
But no, I think this is happening like I thought it would in terms of that. I think he's going to be Garp's successor. And I think the people he's surrounded by, they're going to be his straw hats, so to speak, or the sword, you know?
Do you think Kobe gets to be an admiral?
Absolutely.
I definitely think he can make it there for sure.
With that in mind, do you think they offer him some kind of crazy Logia at a certain point? Or do you think he needs fruit?
I don't think he'd take it.
Garp didn't need fruit.
Here's the thing.
Could have been admiral if
Here-
he'd
here-
been willing to serve the Celestials.
Here's the thing. I see Kobe the same as Garp in a lot of ways,
Uh-huh.
in terms of like mentorship type thing, mentee, mentor.
Okay.
I don't think Kobe would ever be an admiral under the current world governments.
No.
Which is why it's so perfect that he...
I think Brock and I have talked about this at least. I think him and I have both thought that Kobe's admiralship will most likely be like in a new
Marine type function.
New Marine function
after the big
fall.
Yeah.
After the big
After
war.
him and the Gorosei and all
It's just basically gonna be like the flash forward in Naruto, where like we're gonna see Kobe as like an admiral.
Who do you think Kobe's final antagonist is then? Do you
Somebody-
think it's a pirate? Or do you think
I
it's?
honestly think it might be somebody on the Blackbeard crew. I don't
think?
know who, but I think it could be somebody on the Blackbeard crew.
I think it could be almost an inverse situation
See,
where
what if Oda subverts us in this way? Because we're always talking about like how many antagonists we still have to beat at this point.
Yeah.
So what if Oda subverts us and Blackbeard isn't actually Luffy's final antagonist, but Im is, and Blackbeard is for Kobe? Or what if Akainu is for Kobe? He has to throw down the old system, and that could also work because he was almost killed by Akainu. So what if like he gets to be the one to
and
finally?
apparently to be fleet admiral, all you have to do is challenge another admiral.
Sure,
Kobe beats Akainu to become new fleet admiral.
that'd be really cool, Azula Zuka style.
That way, Luffy never has to necessarily face the person who killed his brother because maybe it messes him up or whatever. And
Or
Kobe
maybe-
gets to get that next step.
Well, and also, Kobe's become a hero at such a young age. He's already got something of a pull. People know his name. Like, it wouldn't be weird for him to be able to make a quicker climb than previous admirals.
But I think at this point, because Oda's showing us all of these things, maybe the problem we are seeing with too many antagonists is going to take care of itself in the fact that he's showing us so many different.
Well, I mean,
groups.
yeah, like we've seen now between the Straw Hat Grand Fleet and the involved, kingdoms and all that kind of stuff, that we've got just as many protags and protag helpers.
Or protagonist likes.
Like we've never. I don't think the having too many antagonists thing was ever a problem. I think we've always had that buildup of Luffy's unintentionally building an army, whether it's directly or indirectly.
And I like that because one of my biggest issues with Naruto was towards the end, the eclipsing of so many of our favorite characters that weren't Naruto, mind you. Obviously, Naruto and Sasuke were always kind of the big deals
They were the center.
throughout the whole thing. And obviously, it ends with them clashing, so makes sense. But in that final war, it was like if you were not in one of his chakra bubbles that he was giving through the Nine Tails, you were just kind of obsolete. But this is just showing me you don't have to be part of Luffy's crew to be still a mountain mover in this.
Well, literally.
Literal island mover.
Literally.
Well, I mean, literally, two of his Tri Grand Fleet members just provoked a world incident by hitting a Tenryubito.
Yeah. It's
and,
great.
And getting another Tenryubito ultimately killed, unfortunately.
Sucks.
It does.
But I mean...
But, yes, moving the world.
To be fair, I think he wanted to go out, like, he was probably fine with the way he went out, because ultimately he did it for the good of those people.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
it sucks for Mjolnir, but I'm sure he had no regrets.
It's
Because
just a shame he couldn't stand for more, because it's just such a quiet, silent thing that they do to him, so that no one would know.
Yeah.
But in the same vein, like, he's such a D, dude. Like, he's laughing while frozen with a fucking ice spear through his chest.
If this is the last we see of Garp for a while, I don't think he's dead, mind you. I don't think he's dead.
I mean,
but
it's too uncertain.
If this is the last we see of Garp for a while, man, what a way to go out.
I just...
Laughing in your enemy's face when you absolutely just shamed every single one of them.
And
Teach is going to come back to this, and he's going to be fucking pissed. Like, yeah, sure, you took down Garp, but, like, at what cost?
Well, let's be...
How much of a Pyrrhic victory is this?
And, like, I love that he's not just laughing. He's laughing to the point of crying.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting such a, like, yeah, you get it, youngsters. Because you can see he has such
faith in
total
them.
faith in what they can do.
Yeah.
And they just proved it.
He's over here like, I have done good. I taught the next generation well.
And this also proves that he also creates allies, not just enemies.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any chance that his remaining crew, like, mosey on over to Egghead, since it is not far? We've already heard multiple times. Hachinosu's not too far from Egghead. We can deploy Seraphim to get Kobe back, etc.
See, the issue I have with that, don't get me wrong, we obviously have that one that's sitting off the coast. I don't know if they're going to risk it this soon after. They're probably going to have to lick their wounds a little bit. Like, this particular group, this was a lot for them.
I mean, like...
I just have a hard time believing...
Look at how angry all of them are except for Kuzan.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
all of them are clearly pissed off about this. This is a Pyrrhic victory.
This is a violation.
They learned just what a hero Garp was.
Yeah.
Blackbeard's island got raided and they captured one man.
And they underestimated Kobe. They underestimated everybody on that ship. That mattered. Like, truly.
Dude, I mean, like, he was already up there, but Garp's stocks are going to rise with this chapter. Like,
that's great.
God.
I think it's an elephant in the room. You tell me if I'm just crazy. Could Aokiji just not have focused Garp if he didn't want them to get away?
Explain that.
Could he have frozen the sea? Truly, if he was not on Garp's side here, could he not have just frozen the sea?
I don't think
So-
Garp would have given him the time.
That, but also, I don't think he could be getting away from Garp. Because he was very clear on, like, even if both of his arms were bound, last chapter is what he said, you wouldn't stand a chance. Right. Let me handle this.
Yeah.
Literally, if Aokiji wasn't there, Garp would have gotten out of this fight.
So you think it's a genuine concern that, like, he definitely could not have gotten to the sea with Garp there. He had a full attention Garp.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
That's my
we
thought.
see how fast Garp is,
and
too.
I genuinely, like... I genuinely think Kuzan's actually the strongest person here.
100%, I agree.
Of the Blackbeards.
100%. He literally was the only one standing after Garp took out. Literally, this guy was drowned.
Yeah.
Shiryu was on the ground bleeding. I mean, nothing really happened to fat drunk guy over here, but, like, he was there.
His attacks were being used against
him. But he didn't give it, like, he wasn't beaten up or anything.
Sure.
But, like, Aokiji was the only one that's really, like,
it was made
standing
clear that there's a difference between Garp and those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And punched the island in the face, and now I was like,
and trust me, whatever deep cover Aokiji might be under, if he is in deep cover still, I think he would still be like, this is a Cerberus Snape kind of thing right here, where he has to focus Garp.
Yeah.
Because he's the only one who can take Garp.
Let's put it out there.
Obviously, I don't know if, he and Garp have a Cerberus Snape Dumbledore agreement of some kind.
There's just little things of Aokiji that I just feel like, yes, maybe Garp fully believes that Aokiji is swapped over, all these things he's saying are true, blah, 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 and I think that's what sells it for Aokiji that it is. My headcanon is that Aokiji is deeply, deeply, deeply undercover and able to do whatever he needs to do to get whatever he's been asked to do.
I'm not saying that's impossible.
Yeah. That's just my personal
No,
headcanon.
that's fair. I'm not saying that's impossible. I'm kind of in the middle on that, personally.
That's fine.
I think regardless, I think Garp would have stopped attempts he would have made. I think he needed to fully focus on Garp.
Because I think that was the whole thing. Is so when he froze Hibari back when he revealed himself earlier, Garp focused him, he focused Garp.
Yeah.
And then ultimately Garp was rewarded because he had absolute faith in Kobe, Helmeppo, and Gruss.
Yeah.
Gruss, I don't know how
Whatever.
you pronounce it.
Man who's not the future that remains. We got it.
I don't have, like, a lot to talk about, like, when it comes to the actual...
How about we talk about the fucking fuck you sandwich that is Garp with an ice going through him and then explosion at fucking Egghead. And you're just like, okay, you're just going to hit us...
It's not an explosion, it's just the clouds.
I know, but they're going to just like, all right, this just happened.
Well, no.
And now, by the way, something even bigger is going to happen. I'm like...
My hype levels are off the charts, and it didn't feel like it when we did the actual reaction because obviously we were so solemn. Because don't get me wrong, this was a freaking gut punch of like, man, I'm so proud for Kobe, but man, I'm so upset about Garp, and like the chapter just made it very clear we are going back to Egghead, and like I'm so hyped for that because I have been dying for the Egghead incident like ever since it was announced.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to see what this is.
And the Marines are there.
And the fact that I'm like...
They are under siege.
I can hold off for another 2 chapters, please. Please, Odai, give me more Garp. Let me know that Garp's okay. Like, why is he like this? Why is he so good at hurting
He
me?
does this on purpose.
He's so good at hurting me in a good way.
Yeah, I mean, really, predictions should just be full of stuff for Egghead.
No, it's gonna be
I don't
very-
even know what to say about Egghead. I haven't been to Egghead in fucking forever.
No, exactly.
I'm gonna have to recall some shit.
We haven't been focusing on Egghead for so long.
But-
I have to, like, actually remember every little plot point that was going on.
And there's quite a few.
Yeah.
Don't forget Stussy's there. We got a whole bunch of fucking things
We
to
got
cover
Stussy,
with, you know,
we got
CP0.
York, we got...
You know, we got fucking
got a
Kaku
Blackbeard,
and
we got-
Lucci.
Are
We
they
got a
even?
Blackbeard
Are they
ship.
even CP0
Kizu's
at this
here,
point?
Garp.
Yeah, are they
Seraphim's.
now traitors? Are they going to impel down if they get caught? What the fuck?
And apparently this is going to be the
Are
incident that,
Jabra and the rest going to show up?
probably not.
Be cool.
It would be, but probably
Be so
not.
cool.
I feel like they're
If,
irreverent.
like,
Man, wouldn't
if all of CP
Unless they're-
Zero
unless they're
that we
chasing
like and know.
Unless they're chasing VV for your theory.
Well, also, like...
Where-
Technically,
headed-
me and his theory. 'cause
They're
we
heading.
both think.
You both think they're, you know,
VV's
VV's
coming
heading to
to
Egghead,
Egghead.
which
It would
means
also-
maybe they're not too far.
It would
behind.
also be really cool, just the thought of, like, regardless of why they're there, CP0 and the Straw Hats, a temporary alliance to fight off this raid.
It currently is.
Yeah, like,
mean,
but like the full team,
Yeah.
you know, on both, because like what a force that would be.
And we can talk about that more in predictions, and we're going to. We're
Yeah,
definitely
for
going
sure.
to.
But no, I don't really have much else to like actually say about the chapter. We could just like go on and on about like character motivations and stuff right now. But solid fucking chapter.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's been.
I mean, he's been hitting them.
He's been hitting them out of the park. man.
one after the other.
Yeah. Solid gut punch for me on Garp. Like, I thought he was going to have something else that would get him out of this
I thought so
situation.
many people were showing up.
Yeah.
I mean, this.
No one showed up.
Like, the way the last chapter ended, where he was just like, justice will always prevail, I was like, okay, what's going to happen?
Suru's coming.
And the fact
Sagoku's
that it was
coming.
literally just the 3 people he had around him.
Yeah, he's like,
And
you guys
him-
got this.
And himself.
That's so
It's
good.
like, that's so good.
His trick was his pupils.
Yeah.
It wasn't
like-
a big one. It wasn't an in-your-face one. It was just, I believe it.
Okay, guys, you're a lot better than
Kobe
you think
over
you
here
are.
pulling a Dragon Ball Z where he's hiding his power level.
Dragon Fist! Like, holy shit, dude. And then the whole time he's just not believing. He's like, I don't know. I'll pull something out of my hat.
It's just like stop questioning yourself.
It's like, you had that in you the whole time. What the fuck?
Hey, I like
Kobe, confidence.
I like a humble character. But
Whoa,
yes, he's a
Kobe! What the hell?
Kobe, need more of that. More confidence, please.
I mean, I think this is gonna force it out of him.
Yeah,
Like he knows what he can do now, and he's got Garp's faith. Like,
yeah,
Aokiji got absolutely wrecked in this game.
yeah. He did.
dude, that's the most surprised we've ever seen Aokiji look.
Man sliced through his stomach, blitzed an admiral level fucking Aokiji and put him on his back.
And he was like, that cool cucumber face is nowhere to be seen.
And then punched fucking Pizarro in the face. Like, yo, no one stopped any of this.
I don't think they could.
There was no one to.
I think Garp legitimately...
But also, I think that was all that Garp had left there.
I think Garp legitimately is such a powerhouse in every physically conceivable way in terms of like speed, strength, and endurance. I think he is literally...
It's still always been up in the air for me because I never know if it was an actual source or not. But like when people are always asking about Marineford and like he was talking about like the rumor is that he said Garp was the strongest person in Marineford. I'm like, I don't think he was lying if that is an actual quote from Oda.
Hard to know.
But it would not... Especially
but it
after
did take
this,
the current fleet admiral to hold him back from killing Akainu, which he seemed very willing to do.
He was intent, man. He was ready to do it.
You better keep holding on to me, Sengoku, because if you
because
don't,
I love you.
I'll kill that punk.
I mean, yes.
So,
No, it's...
Especially how fucked up Akainu was
Alex,
at that point.
just because I don't think we ever actually said anything about it, just like show the color spread here, man. It looks.
Oh,
It looks so good.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. That is just Kobe in all of his glory. man.
Honesty Impact. That's such a Kobe move.
Galaxy Impact versus Honesty Impact.
Okay.
I can totally imagine Kobe just listing off his moves in like terms of like the virtues of being a person.
He's honest. He's being honest with himself. This is his impact.
Yep.
This is what I can
Patient
do.
slap!
Wrong answer. Kick.
Oh gosh.
What do you mean I was wrong? Punch. I'll train harder. Headbutt. No.
Alrighty.
What a good one.
Unless you guys have anything else
Nope.
we need to say about it.
Nope.
So,
All right. Well,
Alrighty.
thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Joining us. Remember to ring the bell, like the video, and press that subscribe button. And we will see you again for our 1089 predictions.
Prediction.
Bye.
Bye.